Maria Menounos is officially a mom. The 45-year-old media personality and her husband, Keven Undergaro, welcomed their daughter, Athena Alexandra, on June 23rd via Surrogate, and she recalled the first moment she met her baby girl, revealing to Us Weekly in a new interview, "The doctor literally grabbed her and hiked her onto me. I sat with her on my chest, and Keven and I kept looking at each other like, oh my God. It was just pure joy. Athena is our miracle baby. I'm so grateful for her." Maria continued on sharing what it feels like to be a mom. "Better than I could have ever imagined. It's euphoric. For so long, I felt something's been missing. I'd go to kids' birthday parties, and I'd be a little sad because I wanted my own family. And now I feel so grounded, like I finally know where I belong," she shared with the outlet. The entertainment journalist also opened up about how she and Keven landed on the name Athena, telling Us Weekly, "We knew we wanted a Greek name. We had a list, and everyone says when you see the baby, you'll know. But that was totally untrue for us. We were like, what do we do? Athena is the goddess of war and wisdom, and Keven loved the power of that name. So that was it." Maria and Keven's journey to parenthood has been long and gruesome, as they have dealt with infertility issues for many years. And besides trying to have children, Maria has dealt with many other health issues, including a brain tumor in 2017 and most recently, pancreatic cancer. Maria was diagnosed with stage 2 pancreatic cancer in January, and she underwent surgery to remove the tumor as well as part of her pancreas, her spleen, a large fibroid, and 17 lymph nodes. Access Hollywood's Kit Hoover sat down with the entertainment TV presenter back in May when the news came out, and she gave an exclusive health update and broke down how she found out about her diagnosis.
So they went in to remove the fibroid.
So when I was diagnosed with this tumor, the pancreatic tumor, I said...
How were you diagnosed? How did they find it?
So I had been trying to figure out the source of some weird pains and throbbings and feelings I was having. I was having a lot of throbbing in my upper left side. It never made sense to me that I was diagnosed with diabetes, either at 43 years old, someone who had cut sugar for 2 years and was eating so well and doing all the right things. That didn't make sense to me. And so I was having this pain here, and there was definitely some stuff in my abdomen. Everything was all pushed and moved, and I had severe abdominal pain. I went to the hospital. I literally couldn't stand up. For me to say I have to go to the hospital, it's like big. And I went to the hospital, and they did a CAT scan, and they said, they literally list the organs. Spleen, unremarkable. Pancreas, unremarkable. Stomach, unremarkable. But when we look back, this pancreas was not unremarkable. The pancreas had a 2-centimeter mass on it.
How did they not see it way back then?
What I'm told is that different scans are better at identifying things. And so an MRI would have picked it up, I guess, better than the CAT scan. When they looked back, it was easy to identify with the knowledge that it was there.
But without the knowledge, you're told what? Go home, you're fine.
Go home, you're fine. It doubled in size by January. And so the only reason I found it in January is this woman, Alina, grabbed me by the shoulders at Anastasia's house at her birthday party at the holidays and said, you have to come in, you have to come in. I have this new company called Pernuvo, and we're doing these scans, and you need to come in. But she's very aggressive. And I was like, okay. And I scheduled it, and I was scared leading up to it because I knew stuff was going on. I'd been researching thermography. I was researching and constantly trying to find out what was the source of this pain.
Was there any part of you that thought, maybe this is in my head, I've had so much going on, they showed nothing?
No, because I know the body doesn't lie. We're taught to mask the pain, but the pain is a signal. It's telling you something's wrong. So I don't take anything unless absolutely necessary. I'm listening to my body. And so I knew something was wrong. My husband thought I was being a little kooky, to be honest. He was like, Maria, you're really going overboard. I'm like, Keven, I know something's wrong. And I go, when are you going to believe me? And so I went to do that scan, and they found the mass. And he was like, you need to go to the hospital right now. So I left the scan.
When they got the scan, did they say fibroid, or they say this looks like pancreatic cancer?
So he saw a large mass on my pancreas, and he was very clearly frightened and disturbed, and he needed consoling, and I started consoling him. And so I could tell, and I know a mass on your pancreas isn't good. I know a mass on anything isn't good. So I texted my primary care physician, Dr. Aaron, and I said, I need to come in. We need an MRI right away. And they got me right in. And I got the MRI. And he, confirmed it was there. And then from there, we had to do a biopsy.
What was your reaction? You've already been through all of these other things.
I was in shock. I was numb. I was terrified. I was like, this is a cruel joke. Like, how much more can I take?
And you're hearing this knowing that you have a beautiful baby on the way. And after just losing your mom.
That's all I could think about. Because when I was diagnosed with a brain tumor, I remember having dealt with so much toxicity and so many things, and it was such a rough ride that I was like, oof, if this is it, let's go. I'm fine. And I didn't care. I knew that wasn't a good thing, but I didn't really care, other than I knew I had to take care of my mom. But I have to care now in a bigger way. And so the morning after they confirmed it at UCLA with the MRI, I was guttural crying. Keven and I couldn't get out of bed. And I just kept looking at my mantle. I have all my church icons where I pray. And I was like, how could you finally bless me with a baby and now I'm not going to get to meet her? Like, how is this possible?